When you get hit with an objection from a client, often our reaction can be emotional and we start to use our mouth ahead of using our brain. Hello, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Carnegie Training here in Japan. We're shooting from the High Performance Center here in the Mochizuki room in Minato-ku in downtown Tokyo. Well, when a client has got some concerns or a strong objection about our offer to buy, a lot of things are going on in our head. And often, because we don't have good structures in our mind about how to deal with that, we go to the first thing that pops into our mind, which is usually an emotional reaction to just start arguing with the client. Now, when we hear an objection, first thing we have to do is ask, why is that an objection? Challenge the premise of the objection. Get some more information. The objection is a headline. Let's get some more detail. Having done that, though, having listened to the reason the client has an objection, then we're either going to deny it, we're going to agree with it, or we're going to reverse it. When I say deny it, now, sometimes competitors in Japan can be very, very brutal. They can say completely untrue things about your company. They can tell your buyers that your financial situation is very unsound at the moment. You're a very unstable company, lots of people leaving. None of this is true, but this is how it works. They will try and tell your buyer that you are not really a viable partner for them, and therefore they shouldn't deal with you. So your buyer may have picked up some incorrect information, or they may have an incorrect understanding of how you work, or they may have a misconception about how you work. In that case, we definitely clear that up straight away. We don't let that lie, we go straight in there and we deny that completely, clear it up. Now, on the other hand, it might be an objection that is quite true. It may be the fact that it takes us time to be able to deliver at the quality they want. It may be that the price relative to other competitors is high. We agree with that. We don't argue, we don't try and make it something it's not. We say, well, that's true, and then we talk about the value of what we're bringing, so we can justify a higher price, or we can justify a longer time to get that level of quality. The other thing we can do is we can flip it. Now, sometimes companies say, well, you know what, we really can't afford to do that at the moment. This is where, when we reverse it, we say, well, that's why you've got to do it now. The client might think, what are you talking about? I just told you I can't afford it. The reason you can't afford it is because your company and business is not expanding. We're here to help you expand. We're going to give you the growth, and out of that growth is going to come our little bit to pay for our services or our product. So you really need to be thinking about how you're going to grow the business with us as a partner so that this whole issue doesn't even become an issue. So we either deny it if it's a misconception, we agree with it, but then we talk about value, or we try and justify why our particular objection is a requirement or something we're not going to do much about it. That's how it's going to be. Or we reverse it to say this is why we need to do that. So when we have these structures in mind, first challenge the objection. Find out what's behind that headline. Why is that a problem? Then either deny it if it's a misconception, totally untrue, something one of our competitors is spreading around the market as a bad rumour, trying to hurt us. Or if it's something that's viable, yes, agree with it, but then explain, reverse it. That's the other thing we can do to try and show that, yes, well, you're in this situation now because you weren't using us before. You're having these problems now because you didn't have the advantage of getting the benefits of what we will bring to you. And this is how you'll get your company out of the hole you're in, rather than just keep digging a hole going deeper. Let's try some of these things with the clients when we get hit with an objection. And if we do that, the client will do better because we'll be there to help them, and we will do better. It'll be a win-win for everybody.